looks very simple to use. Copy link address, Discord. Alright, there we go. Hey Gino, hey Danny, how you doing? Finally, I actually managed to get some sleep. Even though it's still hotter than the surface of the sun. Do excuse me. Though that didn't stop me getting exhausted from outside work. Turns out that shifting a load of junk is a lot harder than people anticipate, despite being ruthless. Hey Proto Noob. It was raining so bad yesterday, it was a thunderstorm. Bruh, why couldn't we get that? Why couldn't we get that? I hope it rains heavily soon. The ground needs a very good watering. It's been boiling for days. I don't know how people can walk their dogs. Have I heard Rise got a 13 damage DOA run? Yeah, he actually DM'd me about that. As well as shared it in my server. Hey Saveltius, hey, it's been flash flooding here for the last week. Ouch. Honestly, I don't see how the flooding can affect very, very, very dry land. I mean, the ground has gotten so dry that it's starting to crack. And any water that comes into it would just either get absorbed by the heat of it, because the ground is so hot, or it will just seep into the cracks and be forgotten about. At least it clears up the drains though. Just burns all the mess in the way. That reminds me of the science with oil and water. And why they shouldn't mix. Was at a birthday party yesterday and you didn't know what to do. Well, at least you were there. At least you were there. Even if you don't do anything, at least being there is a gift itself. It is quite hot outside, isn't it? Bro, you don't even know the half of it. We ended up getting a cab. We got there before the rain and it was bloody hot. Christ. I would not want to go out in this weather. Absolutely not. Even if I wear the thinnest clothes. Just no. Yeah, what's up? Hey Chris, how you doing? Sweating so bad and my run is done. Bro, whenever I sweat in this hot weather, it gets into my eyes and it stings. It's like I fell into a bed of stinging nettles, but it only affects my eyes. That's why I describe my temperature. I actually don't even know what the temperature is around here. It's definitely in the high 20s. And apparently it's supposed to get even hotter tomorrow, going into the early 30s. Measured in C, by the way, not F. 23 degrees here. You know what, actually, let me have a look. As long as it doesn't pop up and I don't leak my location. It's 27. $27 degrees. Makes me wonder if it's actually ever going to get any cooler. Or if we entered the time where the sun's only going to get bigger and we're only going to get hotter until we all die from heat exhaustion. Need to use the metric system more. I don't understand why there's a difference between systems. Imperial and metric? Yeah, why? I know Imperial came first, and then metric was adapted after that. The sun is going to fall onto the Earth and bring the temperature up to 1 million degrees. Do you know the center of the Earth is actually hotter than the surface of the sun? The surface of the sun's like 5,500 degrees, and the center of the Earth is about 6,000 degrees. Fahrenheit. It's a foreign word. Because America wanted to feel special, so we keep Imperial. I mean, fair enough, it's your country. Just like how a phone is not always necessarily known as a cell phone in other parts of the world. It's just called a phone. All I know is 100C equals 200F. I actually don't know what the formula is to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. So, Celsius to Fahrenheit trick. You multiply Celsius by 2 and then add 30 to get estimated temperature in Fahrenheit. So 27 times 2 is 54, plus 30 is 84. So it's 84 Fahrenheit here. I need to remember that, because that might come in handy soon. Hey Arian. Yeah, I couldn't start the Undercreator dev stream yesterday because my parents came up to bed early and I didn't want to distract them. Plus something is happening, so yeah, just gotta help out really. I saw you were trying what's it? You were playing, I don't know at this point. Would you wish it was 84 here in Fahrenheit? It's 96, and that's roughly 36C. Take away 30 divided by 2, that's 33C. Who is stronger, Fell Sands or Swap Papyrus? Fell Sands for definite. Now, you were playing something after that. You were playing Undertale fan games. I only chipped in for like 5 seconds and then I had to leave. Here's a question for you. Who would win? Spam to Neo on everything Chroma related, or Donkey Kong? See, your game is out. I saw you uploaded a video of that, actually. I put towel on my chair because I want to get sweaty. My body's big, so I have to use towels. Last Breath old version? That was it, yes. Where did you get it? A no heal, no item run. Yeah, that was it. That was it. Spam to Neo. I mean, if Chris at maximum power could not take out could not take out spam to Neo, then well, who knows? Cell phone, nah. Phone, nah. Mobile phone, nah. Cellular telephone is where it's at. Stove, nah. Cooker, nah. Cooking space is where it's at. Solar no-hit phase 3 old version for some reason. No idea what Solar was cooking. I've been wanting to no-hit old version, but the hitboxes just piss me off too much. Oh wow, nice. Q Quinn. Someone re-uploaded the old Last Breath on Game Jolt, and well, yes. The old one without the phase 3? Or was it the one with phase 3, but the background was like grey? And the sprites were kind of weird. I mean, when people used to have Nokias. Such good memories. No phase 3. Okay, yeah. Now I remember that. Do you think Asgore is stronger than Sans? Because Undyne said she wasn't able to hit him at first. So he can dodge your attacks, but he wanted a fair fight, so he gave the Frisk a chance. Do I think Asgore is stronger than Sans? In his cowardly state, no. But if he was properly determined and actually wanted to do it with no hesitation, absolutely. Microwave, nah. Microwave oven, nah. Microwave or electric oven is where it's at. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. So under Dream Island. This is the one you were talking about, right, Quinn? At least that's what I think you were talking about. If the reset is a button, Asgore can stop resets from happening. Nokia, nah. Samsung, nah. What about iPhone? Nah. Morse code. Jeez. My favourite thing I did, by the way, at 1940 in the video, there was an SLA question. My answer was, no, I have no healing right now. Chips, nah. Crisps, nah. Potato baked circle biscuits. What should I do when Undercreator comes out? Grow as you go. Literally almost endless possibilities. I say almost endless because not everything will be added in at first. And going forward, a lot of new stuff will be added. The question is though, in updates when I add new stuff, I'm gonna have to find a way to make cross-compatibility between saves. say for instance, you want an attack with a straight line, but I modified that straight line to include curves. Though I think that's going to be another adventure for another. Hell, I can just do it how Terraria adds new NPCs and just include them in different IDs. Just keep the old stuff and just put the new stuff in on top of it. Also, you'll be pleased to know regarding Undercreator that they've actually got saving and loading properly working. However, I cannot get the maps to save to the Undercreator folder. Instead, they're saving in local app data or wherever it's set. So that's going to be a bit of a problem. I wonder if there's some sort of compatibility feature in GameMaker that allows you to open a file explorer directly just by adding like one line of code. TV show? Nah. Televised program on a television is where it's at. In False Reset, Asgore is stronger than Sans. I mean, to be fair, he does have some weird fire attacks, so yeah. Minecraft? Nah. Excavate, create? Nah. Digging a really long tunnel while the scariest bloody sounds play? Yes, that's where it's at. I'm waiting for someone to do that with water. Do what with water, Gino? Because he can destroy buttons. That's true. That's true, but the reset button is not a physical button in the fight menu. So he cannot possibly get to that. The thing that people are doing right now. Oh yeah, has anyone heard the news recently that a Titanic submersible imploded? It's a real tragedy. Now there are 3 wrecks in the area, possibly more from previous expeditions. It's become an underwater graveyard at this point. Water? Nah. Taps? Nah. Seafood fluid, H2O, river is where it's at. I mean, it depends on the quality of the water. If it's... Sometimes it's see-through, sometimes it isn't. Unique and cool fan games? Nah. Balanced yet difficult fights? Nah. No hit BTT FDY. Let's go! People can't even do no heal yet, so what makes you think that people can do no hit? One part hydrogen, 2 parts oxygen is where it's at. Did you know that your water is actually contaminated with a dangerous chemical called dihydrogen monoxide? And people are supposed to drink 8 glasses of water of it a day. You know what that means? You are slowly poisoning yourself. Have I seen the Undertale Icebound trailer? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. FDY. Guys, I'm going to make a fair game. Everyone, please do this. Here is DT4. With sprites made in MS Paint. You learn more in a still stream than in chemistry class. I can teach a lot that I know. And that's pretty much all you need to be set for in life. That's really all you need. Did FDY just quit the community? He went incredibly inactive for years, as far as I know, and then he just resigned the Over Save-Tail project over to Sugar, who now owns it with Catfighter. At least that's what I know anyway. All right, let's stop with the term switching memes. It was funny the first 10 times, but now it's starting to get a little bit stale. Undertale Icebound is the best fan game I've seen in a while, with a really close to release demo, but I'm guessing that's in like a month or two, but the details and designs look amazing. Is it like one of those snowed in things, at least from what I can tell? In Icebound, it's like a snowed in alternate ending kind of thing. Unless you're using Snowgrave. I honestly think Icebound is a better name for a Deltarune fan game. So do you think the owners of OST will update the game? Highly unlikely. Mainly because people are already asking for Asgore and stuff, and everyone would have to go through all that shit again. And I don't think they want to open up the can of worms. Imagine if Chapter 3 of Deltarune of Azrael has a Phase 4 type attack. If there's anything like that, then I'm just gonna just not picture full game runs entirely. Like, what we've got now is hard enough. No need to make it any harder. Have you heard of the great film named Gernwick from the YT channel Giggly? No, I haven't. What is it with me and playing creating hard GD levels help? It's just you expressing your creativity, just making something that looks cool. Who knows, maybe you might make a level that's harder than Slaughterhouse. It's John Wick, but with Kermit the Frog. Oh. Okay. There are 3 levels that are harder. No, from the last time I knew, Slaughterhouse is the hardest level. At least one that's been verified anyway. Jesse Pinkman. They have very, very weird names like Zodiac, the Golden. Hell, even Galaxy Collapse. Damn, Sans and Flowey team up. Okay, do you guys want to know what I think is going to happen in the next chapters of Deltarune? Based on what we know and what evidence we have, I would say that okay, let's work backwards from there. So, chapter 1 is where we find out about the darkness and everything and how we see all the dark fountains. Chapter 2, we're in the cyber world. And there's a queen there. There's only at the end do we find out that if too many dark fountains exist, then the roaring starts and the titans will destroy the entire world. In chapter 3, based on the ending, the entire house is going up in flames. Or is completely smoked up, because I personally don't believe that Chris opened a dark fountain, despite what we see. There's no way that that's a dark fountain. If it is by chance a dark fountain, well, actually no, it's not a dark fountain, because you know how sometimes when you get, they could have burst a gas line or something. So you know how sometimes when you get all these air particles into your electronics and they start to malfunction? I believe that's what's happening. Because, yeah, you can theorize about Mike and the smile gaster and all that. I don't believe that. I do not believe that. The animation in the files is called opening a fountain. That's what, I believe that's what Toby wants you to think. That's what, they want you to believe that Chris is the knight. I don't think so. I don't think so. In Chapter 3, based on the current teasers that we have, we're in some sort of musical world. And that explains the TVs in the showroom and everything. Notice the shape of the rooms that we see. That's nothing to do with the house. So then after that, in Chapter 4... Chapter 4. So, Chapter 4... Since Chapters 3, 4, and 5 are all being released next, I believe they're all connected in some way. So, Chapters 4 and 5, we barely know anything about. But what I do believe is that in Chapter 5 or Chapter 6, we have some evidence of the roaring. And that's why the shelter exists in the hometown. That's where people hide, to hide away from the Titans. And then in Chapter 6 or Chapter 7, or however many chapters there are, at the end of one of those chapters is the final battle with the Titans and the Roaring Knight. And then the darkness just disappears. Because the dark world itself is an anomaly. You think the roaring will happen in Chapter 5 since it will be a cliffhanger? I actually think that Chapter 5 is going to end on a cliffhanger. When the light is subsumed by shadow, when the fountains fill the sky, all will fall into chaos. The Titans will take form from the fountains and envelop the land in devastation. Exactly. So, all of this is happening. I know that we all think that Chris opened up one dark fountain, but hear me out. If Chris is the knight, then why would they try and reverse what they just did? And then you can argue there's psycho episodes, like taking out a knife and throwing their soul into a cage. We all thought that Chris was bad, but in the end, they only ate a pie. So we think, at the end of Chapter 2, Chris opens a dark fountain, but in reality, they only burst a gas line. Did I play Bendy in the Dark Revival? No. Also, do you think we will find Des, and if so, what do you think? Des and Azrael are very, very grey areas. The only things we know are Azrael is Chris's brother, and Des is Noelle's sister, I think. So, yeah. So the Chapter 2 fountain opened in the day, which means Chris didn't open it in the night. Exactly, yes. Or if you remember, in chapter 1... Again, what you're saying doesn't make sense, is it doesn't matter if Chris breaks the gas line or not. It's clear the action was very similar to making a fountain, or nothing good at least. They might not be the Knight, but they could be something else. Hell, they could be under control by the Knight. Who knows? That's why they rip their soul out, because they're just being controlled by the Knight. Like little playthings on a chessboard. Hey Sandy, how you doing? Hi Phoenix. Didn't see you come in there, I was too busy talking about Deltarune, the future of Deltarune. If I have to be very picky about something, if Deltarune ends with us winning because of the power of friendship, I would not be satisfied. It's just an ending that people like to use for some reason. It's like at the end of Dust Trust, where the player ends up dying anyway, despite their best efforts. Or how the main character suffers fatal damage, but somehow survives. Chris has their own determination powers from the first save, having already a slot in it. That's true, yes. Yes, if you don't save, then Chris fills in that place for you. Are we connected? Yeah, I don't want to start theorizing that. But Sans dies at the end too, so it's like a lose-to-lose ending. I mean, if they both die, then, well, it doesn't make it any better. Nah, Deltarune Chapter 3 isn't out yet. If it was, I would be playing it. Yeah, regarding the workload, they only just finished making Chapter 3, or finishing up Chapter 3. And they still have 2 chapters on top of that for the next release. Hey y'all, Panayovis, isn't it? Is that what you said before? Not good or bad ending. Yeah, that's right. Okay, good. Good, I remembered that one. Toby's releasing 3, 4, and 5 at the same time. Yeah, so they have to have some major connection. Honestly, I will hate it if Chapter 5 ends on a cliffhanger. And then we have to wait like 2 years just to see the next thing. It's like, Brooklyn... Who here has watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine? At the end of every season, there is a cliffhanger. Apart from the last one, obviously. At the end of every season, there's some form of a cliffhanger. And you have to wait like a goddamn year before you actually find out what happens next. Like, if it's a demo, I can understand that. But if it's a full thing, no. Alright, see you, Danny. Have a good one. Enjoy no-hitting Shanghai Vania. There'll probably be a paid DLC, so chapters 3, 4, and 5 all in one. Yeah, Toby is planning to make chapters 1 through 5 a paid thing. Because it's more complicated and more expansive than Undertale is. So don't expect it to be any cheaper. I wish Toby would release the cost for the game. It's a little too early to say. Do you think the Knight or the Roaring or something else will be the final boss? The final boss, I think from what we know already, is the Knight. Because that's the main cause of everything. The roaring, I think, will lead up to it. Like, we're not fast enough to stop the dark fountains from happening. So the Titans will emerge from the earth. Probably eat up everyone. Who knows? God, suddenly turning into Godzilla all of a sudden. If the Knight was as real. I'm actually imagining the Knight to be Papyrus for some reason. It just sounds so him, basically. Papyrus the Knight. Nah, he's too forgiving to be the Knight. The Knight has to be some sort of original character that we haven't seen yet. So I'm making the level right. I'm very close to finishing. Why did the cookie go to the doctor? It was feeling crummy. Good attempt. Asgore will be more fitting as the Knight. He's running a flower shop. What makes you think he's the Knight? I mean, for someone to be classed as the Knight in Deltarune, if it's someone we know, they would have to have done something entirely out of order. Like, Chris opening a dark fountain in their own house, or Birdley wanting to cause chaos. We saw Chris open the fountain, is it obvious? It's unclear. It's unclear whether or not Chris is the Knight. I don't think they are. Honestly, having our main character become the bad person in the end, I just... No, I do not see that. Deltarune theories go insane. It could just be a major hallucination under the power of the Knight. You know, like how in Harry Potter, when the films progress, Harry constantly has hallucinations about Voldemort until Voldemort is defeated. It just gets progressively worse and worse and worse. And then at the end, it's all over. Chris and the player are different, though. There's not enough evidence to suggest that. We know that at the end of Snowgrave it says, you whispered Noelle's name, not Chris whispered Noelle's name. So it's entirely possible that we're both different. It's not hard to add a massive plot twist about the Knight, I think. It is what it is, unfortunately. Though we cannot know for certain. What's my opinion on the angel from Rousey's theory? The angel? What angel? Curious what's in the ending. I think that the endings will change with later chapters. So like maybe if you do the weird route all the way, then you're able to defeat the Titans. If not, then you're basically screwed. I'm curious what the... Oh yeah, I've already said that. Where is MatPat when we need him? He's already covered various Deltarune theories. And Undertale as well, relating them to Gaster and Chris and everything from the legend. Last time I watched that was months ago, maybe even a year ago. Papyrus versus Humongousaur, who would win? Papyrus. He could throw giant bones and take that thing down, no problem. Possible. As possible, buff guy. Imagine if the knight is Metaton. Metaton is the knight. Yeah, sure. Metaton is the knight. Do you think Undertale and Deltarune are connected? It's possible they will be in the future, based on what Toby says. But again, we won't know for sure. You know what? Let's stop theorizing about Deltarune, because otherwise we're just going to be expecting something in the chapters, and when it doesn't show up, we'll be severely disappointed. The knight is the knight, Chris is Chris, Mike is Mike. Everything is how it should be. Sorry, just checking the chain channel on my Discord. It's kind of hard not to forget Metaton's yeah sound. Honestly, I think that transition is one of the goofiest moments in all of Undertale. Just hearing, oh yes! Just out of nowhere. Oh yeah! For those who remember the did you just something thing that I always set up, I've been wanting to make a text edit from Metaton saying, did you just flip my switch? You know what that means. And he just shakes. I don't know why I find... I don't know why I find that so funny. when I was making up, you know what that means. I just intended for it to be somewhat haunting or preparing the player for something bad to happen, only to subvert their expectations by having Scooby-Doo run in and just eat up the player's soul. Now flip this button and take a picture and back to you while I'm minding a business, creating my new fans here. Hold up 1 second. I've just remembered something regarding Deltarune. You know the vessel that we create in the beginning? All of those stats are saved to the save file. So, what if that vessel is somehow involved with the knight, like a cohort? Or maybe they are the knight themselves. It's entirely possible. Because the thrash machine that we create ends up becoming used and is powerful in Chapter 2. So it's entirely possible that the vessel could be the knight, or serves by the knight. But yeah, let's get off of Deltarune theory crafting. We've done enough of that now. Who is Ness? Bruh, have you never played Earthbound? Dude, seeing Vessel and Knight makes me think of Hollow Knight, because Sealed Vessel is the Hollow Knight's theme. This is the little guy you generated 2 days ago or yesterday. I tried to recreate it using AI, but it never came out perfectly. Talking of recreation, some of you might not remember this, but a long time ago, I made a diss track about... Well, it wasn't meant to be a diss track. It was meant to be like a healing mechanism from a spam troll. And I only went and revisited that and made it more up to date. So I'm going to let you hear it now, because I've only ever shared it with my Discord.
See that Sil has come on back. I told myself that they were always quite obscene, but it turns out they are nice and clean. And so a mod reminded me they're trying to change, though I do not believe all that. Oh no, it's just a bunch of crap. So I got banned from Sil's stream right away. I got banned and flicked so far away.
Hang on, that's not okay.
And so I joined in Sil's Discord and went to tell others about everything, even though I've done some horrible things. And that is when I realised I do not have a chance at getting any trust. My career is just gonna rust. And that's why I'm banned from Sil's stream yesterday. I got banned and flicked so far away.
Loki, that's not okay. Yo, Sil, what are you doing back here on the platform? You absolutely suck. You know what? How about you have fun, enjoy... Cause you're a sicko, that's what you are.
Funny you should say that, because you picture these things in your head. Therefore, Uno reverse card. I tried to tell the other ones that were affected by Sil's actions, and they don't care.
Oh my god, it's just not fair.
And so I went to FDY and thought I'd clown with everyone on him all the time. Everyone's clowning in their prime, and that's why I'm banned from Sil's stream and Discord. I was banned, and my tears have all poured. I was banned from Sil's stream yesterday, and the Discord, I'm gonna go away.
And so there you are. A song made from the perspective of those who don't know any better. I'm studying Arabic. Oh, nice. I hope that's going well. You have no words. Yeah. That's honestly what I expected. So, yeah, chances are I'm going to play this from time to time whenever I have to ban someone. Or if I just feel like it. So yeah, I just literally wrote the lyrics to that song in like 5 minutes. And I just sung it. Can we drop in a Boy with Duke song here right now, JK? This made me feel numerous emotions at the same time. Sing the song that doesn't end? Why would I do that? It would never end. No, actually, hang on. Let me check on the one who just. Yep, I'm still singing it. Literally hasn't eaten in 48 hours and still singing it. I think that's a new world record. Too bad they're not recording it though. One loop and that's it. Dude, the song never ends. How can it loop? You know, I'm debating whether or not to do Undercreator or try for Disbelief Phase 3 no-hit. I mean, Undercreator is what I said I'd do, so I'll probably stick to that. Is it just me or is everyone staring at the screen for a whole hour? I mean, that's why I have a visual here. Just to give you something to see. I mean, the problem that I have and others have with Disbelief Phase 3 no-hit is Pong. And Undyne as well. This is the song. Chris, don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Please don't do it! You're gonna put yourself in some trouble doing that. Don't do it. What is the song, by the way? What song? The background song. It's literally just a Lo-Fi Girl video. It's Best of Lo-Fi Hip Hop 2021. FBI, open up! I've only just thought of some funny edits that I can do with Undertale boss fights. Including DTLG. If with DT, there's only one thing that can defeat DTLG Phase 4, and that's Scooby-Doo. Don't even ask how. Just DTLG Phase 4 just standing there, and then Scooby-Doo runs up and just explodes. I wouldn't say no to Shaggy, but Scooby. Scooby-Doo inherits power from Shaggy, so... Giant, muscular, invulnerable body of compressed calcium mixed with void magic. What can you do against that? Scooby-Doo, do your thing. Not only that, but Scooby-Doo is huge. He's like about the size of an average desk. So he may have a chance at beating Gaster. That's the true ending to DTLG. Bring along Scooby-Doo. To access that ending, you have to do phase 1 to 4 without getting hit. It is Gaster. It is Gaster, yeah. That ain't Sans. Even though it's Gaster overriding Sans' body as a vessel. Even Max Hardcore confirmed it. So phase 1, you have Sans. Phase 2, you have Sans and Papyrus. Phase 3, you have Sans and Gaster. And in phase 4, it's just Gaster. He would probably lay on the keyboard and somehow beat the game. What, Scooby-Doo? Now, Scooby-Doo is a Great Dane. He's a Great Dane dog. Who can talk for some reason. I don't know. I just see something funny about Scooby-Doo saving the day just by running up to whoever's in the wrong and just kills them outright. It's time that Scooby-Doo got the attention. Shaggy gets the spotlight. Where's Scooby-Doo? Talking is one of the powers Shaggy gave Scooby. DTLG for Gas will say, "What is this dog?" Is Scooby saying, "Scooby-Dooby-Doo!" And just destroying himself, running away. Nah, he would just stand there and think, huh? Man, I want to make an animation of that. Scooby-Doo defeated Gast. The more I think about it, the funnier it gets. Do you think Shaggy with 1,000th of 1% of his power can defeat Phase 4? Probably. Probably. Please do it, please. Okay, well, you'll see it. DTLG4 alternate ending. Scooby-Doo. Wait, can I somehow post pictures in here? No, you can't. You can put emojis, though. Do you guys want to know why I like the Scooby-Doo thing so much? It's because when I was making No Belief, I wanted to imagine that Frisk would eat an item and die in the weirdest way possible. Not that the food would be poisonous or anything. It would be say they ate an item, and you get questioned whether or not you actually did the right thing just by healing. And so then suddenly, oh look, it's Scooby-Doo. I thought it was funny. Just a subversion of expectations. You think that Papyrus is going to kill you, but nope, Scooby-Doo does it instead. We got a Wingdings here. Oh boy, okay. I actually don't know what that says. You should realise that I'm QSV Gaming. Bro, QSV Gaming left a long time ago. I don't know what he's up to now. That's why there's a translator still. Yeah, for raw Wingdings, we're looking at emojis here. Gaster would be like, alright, that's it, a talking dog, I'm gonna head out. Scooby-Doo no-hitting every single Undertale fight ever, even the scratch ones. Bro, Angela has nothing against him. Bro, Angela may be powerful, but Scooby-Doo beats her by a long shot. Imagine the two of them going up against each other. Want to know what it says? Go on then. Let's hear what it says. The dog fucking killed me. Help! Oh no. Yeah, I believe you. I believe you. Exactly. Okay, hear me out. Angela versus Scooby-Doo versus Boss Kit Kat versus Dust Trust Dragon Sands. DTL Dust Trust Phase 4, that's it. Shaggy, Goku, and Deku Midoriya. They all fight in one massive battle royale. Who do you think would be the last one standing? I think I shouldn't throw the human lonely at the void. Okay, kid, I'm coming with you. Phase 5. Defeat Gaster in the void where he belongs. Scooby-Doo takes the dub easy. Isn't Shaggy a god? Dust Trust ending. Wait, can we even attack Dust Trust Phase 4? We never actually attack them, do we? No, we don't. We just survive and the heart shatters and then he dies. Shaggy may be a challenge for Scooby-Doo. Yeah, because they're both powers. I don't think they want to hurt each other. In fact, they probably team up and beat someone. Only to end up being stuck in a tree. But if we add a no teaming rule, then, well... They would team up and beat Goku. No teaming, Scooby-Doo wins. New deal APB minus 12 took 8 minutes. Oh, are you going for... You might be able to get sub 10 today. That's slow, but great progression. Finding them eating noodles because of how scared they got. The last sound before Scooby-Doo wins. Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Right, more Scooby-Snack. I actually have the sound effects for Scooby-Doo. Hang on. I actually have the sound effects. Let's do that. We need Scooby-Doo to... Oh, why isn't it working? Alright, there we go. Why is... Angela, get off! Okay, good. Right, so I need to get the sound effects for Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo, here we are. So, what was it again? Ree Scooby-Dooby-Doo, I write me more Scooby Snacks. Right. These are from a computer game called Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. I used to play this game a lot as a child. Right, I found Scooby-Dooby-Doo. So we cut that and then paste it in another track. And we just need Ree-hee-hee-hee-hee. It sounds like he's eating. This is Audacity. Yeah, it's Audacity, yeah. Alright, we found the laugh and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Now we just need Ryrie more Scooby Snacks. There it is. Alright, and now I'll put it on the end of this. Boom. Now to just play. Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Ryrie more Scooby Snacks. Do I have any tips for coming back to Osimania? That's the neat part. You don't. Show us how to make the voice. What voice? Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Ryrie more Scooby Snacks. Hey, there we go. Someone make that a voice changer or something. Dude, use 11 Labs or something. The Phase 7 type voice. I've already done that. And I can't for the life of me remember how it went. Scooby-Doo fight. If you eat the Scooby Snacks, he just kills you instantly by saying, Ryrie more Scooby... Ryrie more Scooby Snacks. That's what he'd say. He can dodge and does 5 damage per frame? Dude, that's a bit extreme. Scooby Snack final boss for real fight. Yep, you fight against Scooby Snacks themselves. Oh, bloody hell, that's loud. Please add Scooby-Doo to your collection of things. Beat Distrust Angela Phase 4 and kill her. Wait per half frame. Any tips for coming back to rhythm games in general? Have a very, very good reason for doing so. So I've only just picked up Guitar Hero again recently because I just love it so much. And honestly, I find it better to play than Osu because it's more physically demanding and I can actually tell if something's gone wrong. And they don't have a crappy scoring system. Guitar Hero is the OG. Should I play some right now? Do you want to see how good I am at Guitar Hero? Because I have my controller plugged in and everything. Okay. I'll play some Guitar Hero and then I will go to my collection of things. Right. Fast GH3. What song should I play? Because I have all the songs from Guitar Hero 2, Guitar Hero 3, and Warriors of Rock. So I've got Megadeth, I've got Dragon Force, I've got Fall Out Boy, Aerosmith, Dick Dale. Yeah, because I deleted that stream because of copyright reasons. Through the Fire and Flames, I dare you. Should I play Flames? Does anyone else want to be able to play Flames? It's not in that folder, it's in this one. I don't even know what it is. Bruh, how do you not know Through the Fire and Flames? How do you not know Through the Fire and Flames? Okay, well, Through the Fire and Flames it is then. Just let me move this out of the way. Where's my game capture? Alright, there it is. Right, this... I'm super rusty at this game. I used to be so much better at this song, and I think I've FC'd it once. But yeah, I'm quite rusty. So, don't blame me if I absolutely suck. Sucked. I hate it when I trip up at that intro transition. Nice. That was a pretty shitty bridge one. Had to lock up there, just had to. I need both hands to do that. Okay, bridge 2 FC. Fuck. This ain't even 900k. I was hoping for that. I'm not as energetic as I used to be. So this is a pretty crappy score. Watch me FC Red Snake. Oh! 832. It's better than my average score from when I was like 10. Could have got less than 100 misses. Hey, that's... I'll take the 800. Okay. Now what do you say we get to Undercreator Dev then? But in the meantime, I will be right back, because I'm going to go grab a drink. So let me put on the lo-fi thing. Lo-fi beats. Skip to 2 hours in. Alright, I will be right back. I have returned. Now, let's get rid of this, because we do not need it. I say that like Merg, don't I? We don't need it? Talking of which, I'm going to keep up on my DeviantArt notifications. Okay, nothing new there. Just one healed Shanghai Vania. Nice! You got plans for no heal? You have to record it though. Yeah, that's the important thing if you want to verify your legitimacy. You can't even get past Shanghai Venya. It's really just a bunch of pattern recognition. Excuse me. Had to gulp down some orange juice while I was downstairs. Right, so what we got here is the saving code for the tile maps. Now, of course, I have it saved under the name of Frankfurter, which is just it's just a default name. And it's literally just it's just a put together thing of. You know what? Let me just show you. Oh, good, it's already open. Feeling down, a no-hit 1 to 6 of fly, but phase 6 had lag. Was it a lag spike, or was it just constant slowdown? Was it, if it's a lag spike, and it's not slowdown that you're using to your advantage, I don't see that being a problem. Speaking of which, let me check my old video records a second. Oh, too bad. After around halfway through phase 6, it just significantly slowed down. Yikes, dude. Anyway. What? Oh, crash. It's trying to load a texture, apparently. So let me just go there real quick. And you know what, let's just then we got working directory. If I record Shanghai Venya and the last attack is slowed down by lag because my computer's a potato, is that considered cheating? See, lag in Undertale is... it can be exploited. It has been exploited. So it's really difficult to tell whether or not someone is lagging because their computer is bad, or if they're lagging just so they can do it easier. If it's in the case of of a recording output, if it's laggy, but not like I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, if I write something on this tile map, can people see the game? Yeah, they can see the game. Right, so if I go ahead and do this, if I write, I don't know, poo on here, then I save it, and then I exit out the game, then go back in. Yup. So the only problem I have now is getting the textures to stay. That's the only problem I'm facing. But I figured once it's compiled, it won't be an issue. So yeah, the only real problem right now is just getting the textures to load. So if you were to do something like this, then it would appear as this. So originally the game would just crash if you did it like this. But I've made it so that if it detects a missing texture, then it just tells you that it's missing, and you get the error textures in its place. I actually originally intended for it to be like yellow and black lines, but then I remembered that missing textures in video games is sometimes regarded as pink and black, because that's what error textures are. So then if you have error textures here and you try to save, it says, hang on, let me load it. That's my no board. Where is it? There it is. So this is the error message that it throws up. It says, sorry, but the map couldn't be saved. Reason, missing textures. So now it just says BG fire tiles and BG bathtub 0 PNG. So please check if the files exist in your game directory and then try again. So yeah, there's going to be plenty of error catching results in this. Like a number that's out of range from the texture array size and uneven dimensions. You could add missing textures as an actual texture, could you not? You could, only if you imported it. So like if you added this in on top of the missing textures, then yes, you would get this. So yeah, you can draw with it still, but you just can't save your work. So that's just the problem I'm facing at the moment. So yeah, the game will actively notice that you have missing textures and it'll be fine. It wouldn't freeze, but you just won't be able to get any useful work out of it. That's a pain in the eyes to look at. So yeah, then you get your maps saved here as well. So yeah, now we figured out maps saving and loading. Now, one thing I want to do with the map editor now is to add the buttons. Because if you remember the concept art, which I will load right now. And open up the Medibang thing here. That's a bit too big. So we're over here. So you see over here that there's brush, erase, move, and selection. I have no idea how I'm going to do the move and selection bits, but I know four things that I can definitely do, and that's the zoom in and out buttons and the undo and redo keys. But before I can do that, I need to extract the textures so I can put them into the game. So this means I'm gonna have to open up another folder thing to move these. How big are these again? Are they 20 by 20? Nope, they're 32 by 32. They're 32 by 32 by 32 by 32, 32, 32, 32, 32. That's the edge. Alright, there we go. So we get undo first. I'm going to say B undo. B redo. And then we move over to the menu selection buttons. B select. B move. B erase. B brush, and all the way over on the left we have the zoom in and out buttons. I've actually misnamed them. I've just named the zoom out one as zoom in. Whoops! So now I'll save this one as zoom in. And are there any other buttons? Yes, there are at the top. But these ones are a little bit strange because they're all of varying sizes. So that's 19 by 65. This is also 19 by 65. This is 100. So it's 19 by 120. This is 19 by 89. This is 19 by 109, and this is a 19 by 120. So that means I'm going to have to get all of these separately. Unless I use them in draw functions. Which I'm not going to do. So it's 19 high, and you know what, let's go with 200 just for good measure. If we go up until we hit it. Yep, so then we have tiles. M tiles. M props. M characters. M markers. M colliders. And M properties. So now we have all those buttons, now we just have to trim them down. So 65 to this. This is also 65. This is 121. This is 109. This is 89. And this is 120. Perfect. So now we have all the measurements for the tabs, as it were. I just remembered. All of these will show different things. So I mean, nothing hurts with just drawing something below it and above. So yeah, that's an easy fix. That's a very easy fix indeed. Currently no hitting legacy version of my game. Nice. No hitting your own game. God, how powerful it must feel. So yeah, now I just need to get the proper positions of each of these sprites. So if I drag this all the way up here, I can see. Right. Excuse my constant zooming in and out. Just that's how I know I've done things. So tiles, props, characters, markers, colliders, and properties. Characters, markers, colliders, properties. Zoom in, zoom out, brush, erase, move, select, undo, redo. Since all of these buttons will have their pivot points at the top left of the sprite, we have to use the proper positioning. So tiles is obviously going to be 0, 0 because it's in the very corner. Props is going to be 69, nice, 0. Characters is going to be 138, which coincidentally is double of 69. 262 for markers. Colliders is 355. Properties is 468. Now for zoom in, that's 2 by 412. Zoom out is 2 by 446. Brush is 251 by 443. Erase is 285 by 443. And we just do some maths with the rest of them. 319, 443. And the last one is 353 by 443. Undo is 604 by 412. And redo is 604 by 446. So now we have the coordinates for every button in the room. So there's 14 different buttons and we know all their positions. So that's cool. Now if we go back to Game Maker, we can draw them. But only if we add them in. We have to add them in, otherwise it won't work. So then create group, map editor. Then go to images. And then add them all in. So now we need to get the camera X. Oh, I've just realised something. When we zoom in, we're not going to be able to get the same look unless we use Draw UI. Draw GUI. If I can just look up how to use it, because I've only ever used it once before and that didn't really work. Draw GUI. GUI elements that are not affected by camera skill rotation. Draw 1:1 with the application surface size, which is normally the size of the room or the viewport. This means you have aspect ratio correction on Aspect ratio correction. What does that mean? Where is it? The game options. I am in the game options, but where is it at? Is it keep aspect ratio? Am I planning on release a demo or something? It's hard to tell if I want to release a demo for this or not. I likely won't. I guess this will work. Okay, map editor. Now we need to draw these. So, draw sprite. M tiles 0, 0, 0. And then we do the same for the remaining 5. So props, characters, markers, colliders, properties. Now we need to edit this. 69, 138, 262, 355, 468. So to confirm that our code is all right, let's go ahead and check it out in game and see if it does work. So now if I zoom in, yup, that works. And if I full screen the game, yup, that works as well. Fabulous! We have a UI going! Bloody hell, people. Can you not drive your truck round here at the speed of light? So now we just need the other buttons, which is zoom in and zoom out to start with. That's where they're going. So it's at 2, 2, 412, 446. And undo and redo are on the other side. Except it's at 412. Wait, is it 412? No, it's 604. What am I saying? I have a sheet here that I'm not using. Why am I not using it? Right, now for the middle 4 buttons. B brush, B erase, B move, and B select. So they're all at 443. But the button positions are different, so 251, 285, 319, 353. And undo is overlaid on top of the other one. That's okay though, because we know exactly where we need to be. Ta-da! We've made the UI. And it's not affected by zooming in, aspect ratio size, or anything. We did it, boys and girls and non-binary folk. May I ask how the process is going? Techno Night, take a look at this. The UI has just been added, and save and load works. Well, to some extent. Ugh, this looks so good now. I'm very happy with this. Now I need to figure out how to make the buttons light up when you go over them. But that will be easy to figure out. As well as brushing modes, moving modes, all that jazz. So yeah, the map editor is probably going to take the longest time to make out of everything in this whole project. But progress has been made. This looks a lot better now that it's actually in the game. I think here is where I'm going to take a break. Because right now I'm hot and bothered and I don't want to keep going and then just crashing out, right? On a scale of 0 to 100, how much of the Undercreator is done before you can make it a stable release? The file manager is done. The map editor is like halfway done. The menu itself is done. But all the other modes have yet to be done, so taking everything into account, I'd say a solid 9. But as soon as the map editor is finished, it will skyrocket. Because the map editor is going to be the hardest part, because it's one of the things I've never done before. But now we have a very good looking product. It's coming along very swimmingly. But I'm going to take a break, and I probably won't stream this again today. In the meantime, though, I will say thanks for tuning in. And mods, cheers for moderating. -4 out of 0. Hey there. I'm just going to call you Knives, because I have no idea what your name's supposed to be. Hope everything goes as planned with Undercreator. There's been a lot of careful planning, so I hope so too. If it doesn't turn out right, then I can just add something else. Anyway. I'll see you some other time. And yeah. Cheers. See you some others.